Today we're going to go through all the lofts, going to have a look at everything that's going on. We've got a bit of stuff that's sort of happening around here, especially over in this loft and in the breeding loft as well. So we'll check up on both. We need to check up on these young birds because really starting to get them out a bit more now. Trying as much as possible. It actually is last few days like the hottest days we've had this year, so it's been pretty hard to get them out, and they don't even want to fly anyway because they're just too hot. I did just have out the old birds and these younger ones before. Not too bad. Had a bit of a sea breeze come in, so got them out for a bit of a fly, and they flew for a bit, which was pretty good. But yeah, we've had a few really hot days and up in closer to 40 degrees, so the birds have, you know, not really been overly interested in flying. So we're just trying to stay away from that now. Got in here, gave it a bit of a clean out today as well, which was quite good. All the young birds are doing good. What are you doing? Get down off there. So basically they're all sort of settling into their perches pretty well, and they are enjoying them, which is good. And you can see, really easy to clean. I come through before and just bang, 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 bang. Oh, it's real easy compared to before. So it makes this section, all the sections actually, this one was the worst because we had the perches that were sort of on that bit of an angle. But yeah, it seems to be working now and everyone's pretty happy about it. All looking really good. This one here actually with the white flight is one that I really don't mind actually. It's one of Shock's babies. This round is probably the best round so far, I think. Look at this little guy. He's a beautiful little pigeon. Both of them out of that round are pretty good actually. Come here. Oh, you've got real attitude, mate. Oh, come on. I feel like that's a hen. And you've got a lot of attitude for a hen. You've got your nestmate here too somewhere who's an absolute thumper. No, that might be it. That might be it up there actually. Doesn't want to hang around. Let's go back to this guy anyway. I want to show you him. He's turned out quite well now. We brought him in here and they were, you know, quite young, and so I'm finally weaning out now. That's one of our Vanderbolts. You know, that one's got a bit of an attitude problem. Like a teenage girl, aren't you? But looking forward to seeing how this one turns out. He's quite a beautiful little bird, this one. Gonna be a decent size as well, similar to all those Staffan reeds. What else have we got here? We've got our little tiger grizzle, our blue one. He's definitely got a bit of an attitude problem as well. What I actually found with this is the first year that I've ever had a section just for weaning young birds, and I found it's actually fantastic. We've got two sections for young birds, but this is where I've been weaning them. And since I've done this, the young birds are probably the tamest and the most character I've ever seen, really. Like, look at these guys. All of them are really friendly. Some of them will sit on my shoulders, all that kind of stuff. But previously, we've never really sort of had that from, you know, not hand-raised birds. But look at this big guy. He's looking real good. Blue grizzle. Let's get him out and have a bit of a look. He's definitely growing quite well. But he's definitely got an attitude problem as well, which is good. I like my birds like this where you can just, you know, have a bit of a play with them and they're not really overly too concerned. They'll defend their perches. He might be a cockbird, this one anyway, but he's the first baby from our tiger grizzle, so hopefully this little guy turns out quite well. I don't know who this one is off actually. It might be one of Titan's babies. He's got a fair little aggression problem as well. I think he's one of Titan. I have to check the rings anyway, but he's got, you can see, definitely an aggressive little baby, which is pretty cool. I really like the babies like this. Hey, come on, get me. I'm gonna take your perch. Don't give up so easy. All right, I'll leave it. You won. All right, let's keep going through the rest of them out here. There's actually quite a few in this round. We've got one or two more to come across, but they're all looking pretty good. A lot of colour and variation in these ones. Let's have a quick look in these guys. These were out flying before, which is good to see. Where's our little black one that got hit by the falcon? This one, he's starting to heal up pretty well. Let's see if you'll want to come out. He's usually pretty friendly, this one. You can see probably where my hand is, where his little foot is stepping on me. That's where he's he got hit. So he's not too bad actually. You can just see the pink stuff. I've got a pink disinfectant spray that I spray on them. I use it for all my animals, which is really good. This little hen here, Leon Storm one, we need to watch her because I think she's going to be pretty impressive little bird, that one. A little bit flighty. They sort of get to this age and then they get a little bit cheeky. She's looking really good. I like her. these two hens out of this whole bunch are the two that we're going to watch. We got one from Shock, and then we've got a Leon Storm one as well. Shit, the mother of that one's paired up to one of Leon Storm's babies anyways. And got a few quite nice big ones up here. We're watching that one too. He definitely flies quite nice. Who's this one? That's another one of Shock's babies. There's quite a few starting to pile up in here, which is really good. Alright, so we'll go out this door actually. It's probably a bit easier. We do have one bird on the outside here. You'll see that one. It's actually one of the stock birds that I've got. It was an ex-race bird. Didn't pay any money or whatever for it. I'm trying to break it in because I really want to fly it. I finished breeding with it and I'm not overly too concerned if we lose it, but if we can break it in, I definitely want to try and race it and see what if he's any good. So he's kind of getting the gist of it. Same with one of these hens over here. I'll show you when we get there. So hopefully as the sun goes down, he's going to be like, oh, I need to get back in, and he's going to come in here. He did actually sit up on here a few times and poke his head through, but he didn't really get that sort of hang of it. So what we'll do is we'll just flick those two bars up. So next time he gets up there, it'll be a bit easier for him. And I just got this little string. It's sort of a bit hard to do one-handed, but it's good makeshift really to hold those two bars up, and then he can come in. I find it pretty easy anyway when we're training young birds to do it. Birds all had a bath the other day too, so I've got the baths in here. I'm really thinking about doing some shelving up on this top section, maybe, just so we can sit all these guys up in here, out of the way, which I think would be pretty cool. I definitely want them over here, but I don't really want them sitting down here. A lot of little bits and pieces we need to do. I want to put a set of perches up on against here so birds can come back and sit in there if they come back late overnight. Just similar, now I've locked myself out of here. Similar to these perches here, like just a strip. I think that'll be pretty handy for birds that come home and they don't stress. They can actually get up off the ground and whatever. If I'm in bed, you know, they might come back pretty late. Big beefcake there, and the little black hen that he's paired up with. I know you guys want to see these guys breed, and I think that's going to happen. What I might do later on, next couple of days, is put a nest bowl over in here because we're not really using this section at the moment. It most likely is going to be a motivation section, so I might even just put a little nest bowl down in the corner for them. Anywhere, I think it's going to be fine, and they'll quickly lay eggs in there anyway. But still undecided what we're doing with this section. I've got enough timber there to make more perches, but yeah, I don't think we'll make any just yet. And then we've got a whole bunch of birds in here. So basically all the birds in here I let out since we've broken this guy in, from the time we let him out, the pied one. He is been coming out as well, so he trapped back in pretty easy today. Come on. So where is he? Come here. Over the back there. So I want to try and fly him a little bit too and just get him out to stretch his wings. I don't like having birds locked up too much, so trying to get him flying quite well. And we're pretty light on at the moment. We've taken 4 or 5 birds out of here over into the breeding loft, but probably after this round you'll see a lot of birds start to fill this old bird section, because we've got a lot of hens and a few young cocks that we're going to bring back over here into this section. So this will fill up. We'll have probably 25 to 30-ish older birds in this section, so they will definitely be filling up, I'll tell you that. So let's keep going through. We might head over to the breeders now, just leave these guys to relax. It's still pretty warm. There's only one other thing that I'm hoping to do, and that is probably install some little solar powered fans up here, and it will just blow down onto here, because you know, days like today where it's quite warm and there's like no breeze, it's dropped right off now. We can have a little solar powered fan just blowing nice cool air onto them. So that's probably, it's going to be in a case and everything. It's not going to be dangerous, but I feel like if we go probably grab a couple of eBay, that's another job, and we can just put one in each section and blow down onto them. So these guys have got, you know, they can just sit on their perches and they've got a nice little breeze coming in. So I think that's another little job that we need to do. Let's head over and have a look at the breeders, leave these guys in peace for the night. They are really enjoying this too, this whole perch system I've got there. It's good. See what this cockbird, if he wants to come in. Come on. Come on. If I can break him, I'll be happy, because that gives us another bird to fly. Just want to get him up onto the perch and see. I'm up onto the landing board, sorry. Come on. Come here. Come on. Up. No, you're nearly getting the idea of it. I don't know what he's doing. He's going for a fly now. Is he going to come back? Nah, he'll come back later. Hopefully he'll come back up later when it gets a bit darker, and he'll go in there and we'll be fine. So come on, see if they want these perches. Yeah, Mum. They really love these perches. They sit out here when there's a nice cool breeze or the morning sun. So I'm definitely happy with them. Breeders time, let's go. That's where you got to. Go back over to the other loft. Thank you. Right, so let's have a bit of a look in here. I am expecting eggs reasonably soon. These guys are sort of really moved along quite well. And just look how good they look. They're actually fantastic looking young birds. I think I've done pretty well with this pair, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of results we get from the babies. I'm interested to test them. The cockbird on the right is one of Leo and Storm's daughters paired to Titan, which has produced this. So he's got a mix of Titan and Leo Storm in him, which is really good. And then we've got the hen that's sitting on the nest, which has got a combination of Shock and the mealy hen that we had and we got rid of just recently. So that's one of her daughters. The hens from that pairing seem to turn out much better anyway than the cocks. We lost 2 cocks anyway and only 1 hen. We've still got 2 hens here, which are in these 2 nest boxes. So we're going to give them a bit of and we just had to drop the definition back a little bit because it's too hot and my camera's overheating. So sorry about the quality, might have dropped just then, but the temperature's pretty warm. We've got these 2 little fat babies in here which are really good to see all the food in them. This pair looks after them really well, and we've got rings on them today too. Like I said, I've put some new nest liner in there for them as well, just because they were a bit messy in that other one. And this hen here, she's going through laying another egg. I want to split this pair up most likely. I think I might have we'll just see. We'll just see what happens, but I don't know how these ones are going. They've bred 1 or 2 nice babies, but I do want to test them with other ones as well. And we've got the one baby passed away, sadly. This one's got a bit of attitude as well, which is good to see, especially for something of this age. He's really aggressive. That's good to see. Can't even walk properly and he still wants to get me. Look at him. Good, I like you. I tell you, you're a good one to watch out for. And we've got these guys down here, so hopefully they're obviously not moving as fast as the other pairs, but I feel like we will get something out of them very soon. So let's hope the fact that he's in that nest, things are looking positive for us. And then both these are back on eggs again as well, so might let them go for another round, give them a bit of a shot. We don't have too many spaces left in our race team, so most of these are all just sort of play around rounds coming up now. So yeah, anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See yous.